Chris, I am very upset with you. No, that's a sick joke. That's 12. Look, get out of here. That's stupid.
Okay. Ah, I got it wrong. Oh my goodness. Now in today's video, we're gonna be putting a 12 megapixel photo right beside a 102 megapixel photo and seeing if you and our celebrity guests can spot the difference. Now the celebrity guests that we will be welcoming are Daniel Schiffer, Lizzie Pierce, and Peter McKinnon. Now let's lay the groundwork for this contest. Now for the 12 megapixel photo, we will be using a Sony a7S III with a 50mm f1.4 Zeiss lens at f2.8. Now for the 102 megapixel photo, we'll be using a Fujifilm GFX 100S with a 63mm f2.8 lens at f2.8. Now because the Fujifilm is a medium format camera, it has a crop sensor of 0.78x. Now when you take a 63mm lens and do the math, it actually comes out to be 49.14mm, which is the equivalent of a 50mm. So this is essentially a 50mm versus a 50mm. Now we'll be looking at these photos on a computer screen when they're posted to Instagram and when they're printed out. Now I was the one that edited these photos to match as closely as possible in terms of crop, sharpness, and color. Now let's start with round one, the computer screen. Okay, introduce yourselves, tell everybody who you are.
I'm Lizzie Pierce.
I'm Daniel Oh my god. Let's do that again. I'm Daniel Schiffer. My voice has never cracked before. Not once.
I'm Lizzie Pierce. I'm not a man who's gone through puberty, so my voice has always been like
At
this.
26 years old.
You feel confident that you can be like, yeah, that's definitely the 12, that's definitely the 102.
I feel like I'll get like most right, not all.
And Daniel, how do you feel?
Feeling good.
You guys ready for round one? Remember, you cannot zoom because that will just give it away. What are your initial thoughts?
There's more distortion on B. It's like a little bit like fisheye compared to that one.
It is. This, like, even if you look at the bokeh, it's like, it's thinner. It's more ovally.
My gut is this A is the medium format and B is the Sony.
That's not what I was thinking about.
Really?
There it is.
Chris, I am very upset with you. Like, you would think on a medium format, you would have a little bit more compression with a bigger sensor.
What do you feel?
I'm going against my gut. I think, and here I'm hedging my bets so people don't get mad at me, but I think that A is the medium format, but that being said, I think B is the medium format.
And Lizzie, what do you think?
I'm just gonna say B, but I feel like I'm
B is what?
medium format.
A is Sony, B is Fuji.
Like, if I'm being completely honest, I thought A was the medium format. I'm shocked it's the other way around. What I'm noticing about this is I don't know if this is an illusion, but B, I feel like I'm getting a bit of that same distortion that we were getting in the previous test. With that said, I feel like B is still the medium format.
I agree.
Final answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Round two. A is the Fuji, B is the Sony. All right, so for our next round in terms of like looking on a screen, a lot of us post images to Instagram. So is there any advantage to having 102 megapixels when it comes to posting it through Instagram where it's gonna compress it? You guys think you can do it?
Yeah, we've done well so far.
I mean, I try to tell everyone that it doesn't matter once you put it on social media.
You're not gonna notice a difference in how sharp it is, for example, but medium format has an ever so slightly different look, and that's why I think we'll be able to
That's the
tell.
thing, right? It's not the quality, it's just, it just
Right.
looks different.
Yeah.
Post to the social media, swipe through the carousel. I think it's fair to zoom. Do we all agree that zooming won't make a difference here?
Okay. Again.
I think Fuji.
Fuji B.
When an image is posted to social media, A is the Fuji. Okay, so for our final round, we will be doing prints. There will be two rounds, one small print and one large print. Do you guys have any initial thoughts before I start showing you these prints?
I think the large print will probably be able to tell the difference. The small print, maybe not.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. Oh. Crud.
Oh, let me close my eyes, mix them around.
This is so mean.
Okay, you cannot lift them up.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
My.
See, what I'm looking for here, I'm not looking for sharpness. I'm looking for depth.
Yeah.
They look identical. I'm gonna say this is Fuji.
I'm just for fun, I'm gonna say this is Fuji.
All right, flip them over.
Let's go. To be fair, you can't tell the difference.
No, that one's particularly hard.
Yeah.
So you guys ready for the big one?
Yeah.
All right, any initial thoughts? Speak to me.
Well, always my initial thought is like, wow, these look the same. I'm always looking in where there should be some depth or bokeh or like the edges of things. I'm looking at sharpness.
Whatever this one is, it's nicer.
Look at the edge of the rock here, and then look at these up close.
I'm noticing the sharpness mostly
Where?
like in there.
Like that looks super sharp. This one's 100% sharper blown up. You can see in the water.
Give me your final answers.
Fuji.
Fuji.
Okay, flip it over.
Am I wrong?
No, that's a sick joke. The Sony looked better.
I'm questioning all my life choices.
That's insane. So with the leaf on the smaller print,
Yeah,
you could barely tell the difference.
Yeah.
They look the same. These look different.
yeah.
They do look different. This
but
was pretty significant.
The Sony was better.
Okay, so my little summary here is I only shoot photos right now with an A7S, and I always have thought 12 megapixels is more than enough. There's obvious times where I'm like, cropping would have been nice here and there, but the reality is I consider myself a professional photographer, whatever you want to call that, and I still choose to only shoot with a 12 megapixel. I've shot campaigns for Toyota, Corona, all with an A7S.
Well, kids, your camera's just fine. Take it from us, people who thought they could tell the difference, who thought we had a skilled eye. We are wrong.
This is the print in question.
I'll also take a guess too. Now this contest is brought to you by Canva. Now I bet you there's a lot of photographers out there right now that are trying to follow along in this video, and I bet you there's just as many of you that would love to get paid as a photographer. You know, I used to be the type of guy that would just attach photos to my email when people would ask for my portfolio. It would be like, image_9762 of like a bird, and then I want to get hired and be like, why won't people hire me? Because I made a horrible first impression. See, I think it's very easy to forget about presentations in marketing when your passion is taking photos. But if you can't package your work in a way that gets your clients excited, you're not going to land those big jobs. See, I've been using Canva Pro for the last 2 years for all of our pitch decks, our presentations, our email templates, our Instagram stories, and even YouTube thumbnails. Like I literally use it on this thumbnail for this YouTube video. The reason is because it only takes a few minutes to make something look super professional with their templates. Plus, their website interface is really easy to use. In addition to all of that, you're actually increasing your perceived value when you have better design, which means that you can charge more money and you can land more jobs. Now, I'm a huge fan of Canva. That's why I'm actually super stoked to recommend it to you guys. So if you guys want, you can actually sign up in the description box below for a free 45-day trial. That is a month and a half. Usually with these things, you sign up and then you kind of forget about it and you're like, oh, I want to do that thing before it expires. Do I still have time? Probably with this one because it's 45 days. So again, links below. Go and check out Canva Pro. All right, so let's jump back into this contest.
Did you say 102?
102 megapixels. Here's each one. So we'll start with the small.
Which one is, what was it again?
Yeah, which one is the 102?
102 megapixels.
Yeah.
This one.
This is your final choice.
Yeah.
This is the 12.
Oh man, well, I'm off to a bad start. That's 12. Well, get out of here with that. That's stupid.
What are your initial thoughts now that it's going to be on like a really large print?
That would be harder to see.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so, because I think usually like massive prints are shot and they look great at low res,
yeah,
lower megapixels.
So, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people
like
have a misconception that the higher megapixels will look better when printed large.
I disagree.
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
I want to inspect this. This is the print in question.
I'll also take a guess too.
Okay, this looks higher res. Like the rocks look sharper.
My guess is that's Fuji.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks higher res, which would mean like you think higher megapixels.
Okay, let's see if we're right. Nope.
Okay, this is ridiculous. I guess that proves my point earlier, but
Yeah.
that's insane. 12?
12. Actually, technically, it's cropped down to 10 because I didn't frame it perfectly.
It's cropped. So I got both wrong. Cool.
Do you have any like final thoughts on like megapixels just as like a whole?
I went to college for like digital media and like advertising stuff, and one of the things they always said was billboards were done at a really low res.
Yeah.
So
They call it viewing angle.
Yeah, so they look
Yeah.
good from far away. When they're huge, you don't need crazy resolutions for those to look good. And they're like, that's just kind of print in general. So I've always kind of known that you're not really going to get the value in printing something super high res versus lower res when you're printing something, which people don't do enough of, by the way. Yeah, blown away by that.
Cool, eh?
Yeah, super cool.
I'm fascinated. All right, thanks, dude.
Yeah. See ya.
Even when it came to the prints, I was the one that edited the photos, and I still got 3 out of 4 rounds wrong. Okay, my gut says this is Fuji, this is Sony.
This one is Sony Fuji. So I think you got this one right.
Okay, I got
there
that.
There you go.
Sony, Fuji.
This one is Fuji.
I got it wrong on the bigger one too? See, I've always found it really funny how much significance we put on megapixels when it comes to cameras. It's always like the second most important selling feature. For example, the Sony A1 50 megapixel camera. And as you can see from this video, megapixels might not be as important as we think they are. Now, this isn't me saying, don't go and buy high megapixel cameras. For example, the Fujifilm GFX 100S that we used in this video is an amazing camera. It produces beautiful images, beautiful colors, and you may even want all that extra data for cropping, super high quality printing, longer shelf life. But for me and for my needs, the A7S III works just fine. All right, guys, so that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. A big shout out to our celebrity guests, Peter McKinnon, Daniel Schiffer, and Elizabeth Pierce. Links for all of them below. Go give them a sub. Also, a big shout out to Poster Jack. Thank you so much for the prints. If you guys want to print anything, put it up on your wall. I highly recommend Poster Jack. They're a Canadian company. They're like 10 minutes away from us right now. I love those guys. Also, thank you Fujifilm for the GFX 100S. That is an amazing camera. Links are below for them. And also, if you guys leave a comment and like this video, we'll be giving away all the prints that you saw in this video to a bunch of lucky winners. So go leave a like, go leave a comment for your chance to win, and hit the bell to be notified for future videos, and we will catch you guys in the next one. If you guys have been to this channel before, you know what time it is. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw a little bit of a curveball at you. We're gonna do something different this time. Kind of ASMR outro, but we're gonna do a country song. Like, you know how they do those country intros where the guys just talk over guitar? We're gonna do a country intro outro for you. See, I'm just a boy with a YouTube channel, just trying to make his way in this world. I go, you know what'll be a cool video? We'll take less megapixels and put them against a lot more megapixels. Because that sounds extreme, that sounds clickable, that sounds interesting. Yeah. Just gotta go out in the world and try to make a living, getting your views. Try to make weird outros so people like your videos.